Hey guys, welcome to Cozy Womb Podcast. My name is Shan, Mama of the Girls. This is season 4. This series will be primarily just about women who are out here just doing it up. And when I say doing it up, doing it in their own way, running their businesses, not momming the traditional way, not working the traditional way, just really out here cutting their own pattern as to who they want to be and what they want to become. So this series is primarily about great women who are among us and just really picking their minds and seeing what their why is. I'm very interested in what women today why is, as to what they do, why they do it, how do they feel while they do it, and really just representing and shouting out other women. So that's what this series is. Welcome to Cozy Womb Podcast. Let's get into it.
Hey, it's Anya Dula, and I am the host of Intercultured with Anya Dula. Intercultured with Anya Dula is a podcast that focuses on motherhood, culture, birth work, and travel. And it's just a place for women to come together to discuss our philosophies on motherhood, to discuss our work and birth work, if that's what we do, but mainly to bring women of all different cultures together so that we can talk about how we mother, how we #do motherhood, so that we can learn from one another and learn to love each other. That's really what it's all about. I hope you'll join us. Intercultured with Anya Dula podcast is available on all the major podcast stations. I hope you'll join us. Can't wait to connect.
Here we go.
Back to the show.
Coming
back to Cozy Womb Podcast. This is episode 8 of season 4, Among Our Greatest Women. Today, I have someone fun for you guys. Someone who has been in my life personally since my college days. Don't know why I went to college, but I went. That was an experience. This person, to me, is a creative mind. She's a vibe. She's a doggy mom. She's an author. She's a visionary. She just really exudes good energy and really about being authentic, and really, when you are around her, you see artistic people just gravitate. The way I gravitated towards it is because I saw her art. I saw her work. I wore her earrings for years. I still wear them. College was so long ago, but I still wear them, and the compliments are still coming in, and it's because she really connected with loving what she does and being who she is, and I really love that about her. This is the creator of Protect Your Energy. Check it out, protectyourenergy.com. The mind behind Craft Trap in Atlanta. If you're an artist or you have work or you have product, please check out Craft Trap. We just gonna pick her mind. Her name is KD. Welcome to Cozy Womb.
Hey, I'm dancing. You can't see me, but I'm dancing. No, thank you so much for having me and sharing your platform with me. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, girl. So tell the people why you are who you are and how you know not to be anything less.
Oh, okay. So I am who I am based on the things that I've been through in my past. My struggle has shaped me. And about 2 years ago, I wrote a book about it called The Climb. You can get that on Amazon. Once again, it's called The Climb, written by Kendra Donaldson on Amazon. You can get it on any book platform. But writing that book helped me understand me, my parents, where they come from, their trauma, how it affected me. And just getting spiritual advice from one of my mentors for about 5 years now, Mr. Prana, who's a part of the Monument podcast out in LA. Just gave me tools to life, like really told me how to protect my energy. And that's what Protect Your Energy came out of. It came out of a reading that I had that told me that I was going to be doing exactly what I'm doing and beyond, where that was going to take me and what it was going to do for the entire nation, and what kind of shift and impact it will have. So that's where I'm at with it now. You know, it's a long drawn out story. You can get the book, read into that. And I could talk about that for days, but just to give you a little bit of, you know, where I come from and why I'm doing what I'm doing right now.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So would you say that's where your good energy comes from? Because I feel like even before 5 years ago, you have been on this track of just growing and being good with who you are and having a light. So where would you say your good energy came from?
I would say my good energy came from the inspiration of my grandmother, Miss Audrey Donaldson. And it's a blessing to still have her in my life right now. As a kid, I watched her bake for thousands of people. She made T-shirts, she made hair bows, she made clothes, custom clothes for her work counterparts, and just an all-around creative. And I think I gravitated towards that and wanted to learn more. That's why I went to fashion school and did a lot of arts and crafts. That's how I got inspired by making those earrings. She gave me the basics on how I could get that started, and it just took off from there. So I'm gonna give that all to my grandmother as my light force here.
I like it. And it's rare that you find people now with grandparents still around, or grandparents really being open to being creatives, because that whole time frame is more about you go do this job because it gives you this money and take care of your people. It wasn't about, do you love what you do? That's what you do.
Right.
So that's rare.
You know, the dope part about it is she's like in her 70s now, and she's still creating. You know, she uses me for information now. You know, she's trying to break into the technology world. She's still baking. She's still making clothes. She's still making jewelry. So she's definitely like a huge motivation to me, even still to this day. You know, she's still motivating me to even push past my limits. So I'm grateful for that.
That's good. And you know what's so crazy right now is really good for older people who, you know, should stay home and should, you know, be comfortable. If they're still creating or they still have a love and passion for that, they can do online classes. They could do a web series. You know, if they understand like the basics of, this is your login, put it on a Post-it, put it here, and just click a button and teach people. There are millions of people that really want to know how to do X, Y, and Z. And Skillshare right now, I'm sure that stock is going to be through the roof because people ain't got nothing to do.
Right. And you know what she did? You know, because I am her tech support, okay, with everything.
That's my mom, I hate it.
So she was just like, you should teach a class. You know, you're very good at talking to people and you're patient, you know. And I'm just like, you know, something to think about, you know. But right now it's probably the time, like you said. It may be something I look into because there's a lot of older people who really need help who are afraid of it, you know?
Yeah.
So
my mom, I'm her tech support. You have 4 sons, lady. I'm the last, and I'm your girl, and I got 2 kids over here by myself, and you want to call me to talk about, you know, every time I try to log in, this thing pops up, and then she puts it on her phone, and the phone ain't even matching the screen. I said, push your phone down. I said, all you got to do is Alt, delete, whatever, and bring up the task. And she's like, what is that? I'm just like, girl.
Listen, my grandmother thinks something is wrong with, she done had like 4 devices within this year. Something is wrong with the phone if something keeps popping up. You know, it just irritates her. You know what I mean? So she is so funny.
It does take a lot of patience, but yeah, I was thinking about doing like a Skillshare class, maybe like on basic illustrating or
Yeah.
just some, even if it's for kids, because that's all my kids like to watch is YouTube. And I'm just like, okay, I gotta figure out how to connect the dots, because this quarantine is making me feel like I like canceled plans. I like
Yeah.
being in my house. If I
Yeah.
don't have to go outside, I am cool. Okay.
Same.
I need to figure out what I can do to fund my life, the life
Yeah.
I want from my house. And so I'm over here being research Betty over here. So that's fine.
Well, I know you already got the skills, I know that for a fact.
Listen, I'm on top of it. We gonna see what this does, because leaving this house and going to a job to do something with strangers you don't even like it's not it. That's not it.
Real talk.
So with that being said, what gave you the okay, you know what? I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna do me. Do me financially, do me mindset, do me every day. I'm gonna focus on what I love. What gave you the audacity to be like, I'm not working for anybody, I'm gonna work for me?
All right. So to make this long story short, because it can be very long, but so after college, well, during college, towards the end of college, I was at AT&T, corporate America, for about 12 years.
Beautiful.
Probably into my 11th year, I noticed that, first of all, it was pulling me away from my craft of making jewelry. There were certain shows, certain things I couldn't attend because I was locked into this life. I managed over 20 plus people, so I was just had a lot of responsibilities for people, you know what I mean? So it pulled me away from the things that I was really passionate about. So anyway, during my 11th year, I started to notice that my anxiety started to get worse, along with depression. And it was all from dealing with other people's energies, personalities, demands from the job, these quotas, these conference calls, just everybody on your neck all the time. So I think, I want to say it was back, I can't even give you the definite year, but I had like a small mini stroke at work on the job, and it scared the crap out of me. And that day I left work, I was rushed to the hospital. It got me all, checked in, settled out. They also sent me to therapy as well, because it was just nothing but stress. So during that period of time of me being away from the company, it gave me a lot of time to reflect. And I had made up my mind then that my mental health is more important than this job. And I've given it so much of my life. And that at that period of time when I had that small stroke, when I mentioned my mentor, he was working there with me. That's how we met. And I feel like he was there for me to guide me right on out of the store, which is what happened. So he told me he was leaving. He was like, I'm not coming back here. I'm going to work for myself. And he did just that.
So that gave you the courage to be like, okay, I'm going to do this.
That I do, from entrepreneurship with Craft Trap to protect your energy, even with the jewelry. And I just started to align myself with the things that I love, a lot of meditation, a lot of faith, having my mentor in my life to guide me. And that's that here we are. Here we are,
So him leaving gave you the courage to be like, okay.
Yeah, he had already told me that I wasn't going to be there too much longer, and then, like I said, one random day he came by, he said, today is your last day here. When he told me that, I felt it, and I didn't come back.
Creatives try to balance doing both. And I think everybody gets to a time in their life where they know that they can't do both anymore. And it's just, what future do you want? Do you want the expected one where you're going to know your ceiling? Or do you want the one where you don't know what your ceiling is, but you know if you have the belief and the confidence behind you, you can make it whatever you want? And it's few and far between that take that I don't want the ceiling that I know. I want the unknown, and I want to drive myself. But you have to be really determined to be like, I'm going to drive myself and I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely has to come within, and you have to be able to listen to yourself. When self says, okay, it's time, trust that. No matter how scary it is, trust that inner voice within yourself, and just flow with that. And I can honestly say that my peace, my anxiety, my depression, I still have some of those situations because I'm human. You know what I mean? We all go through life things, and life is hard. You know what I mean? So, but now I have the tools on how to navigate through things better, and I choose my peace over any amount of money. Period.
Mm-hmm. I felt that when I was working for State Farm for like 4.5 years, 2 months till my pension. And when you feel like your heart in your throat, like you swallowed it before you walk in, and you feel like it's going to take one more person to say something stupid to me, or you start feeling like your body is above your actual body, and you just, girl, what you doing in here? Look at you grabbing that stupid phone. Look at you talking about like, oh no, I need to go. When I feel that, since I left that job and that I got another job because the money looked good, the options to be comfortable in myself, it looked like, okay, I could do that and then leave and maintain the life I want.
Right.
When you start feeling out of body, like you don't belong here, that's when you know, okay, it's time for me to go.
Yep.
And there's no hard feelings. And the real one's going to be able to speak to you afterwards, like, okay, whatever, find what you need to do. And people be at jobs like that knowing you don't belong here. You don't belong here. And when you feel that, listen, go with it. You might not know, but go with it. Now let's go with it. And it tells you a lot about people that you also should have in your life during those times, because a lot of people project their fears on you when you do things like that, and they say, oh, you need to stay, or, what you're going to do, and this is going to be bad, and this is not going to work. Those people, thank you for your time, but you can go, because they're not going to be productive to the future of who you're becoming. And absolutely. You can't have that.
Yeah, I never forget back in the college days when I first started making jewelry, it was a few girls, and I can't even remember their name, but I remember their faces, and I never forget what they said to me. They said that earrings, that's not gonna last long. What you gonna do after that? And I made earrings for almost close to 15 to 16 years for everybody under the sun, So I just said that to align with yourself, and I probably never ever talked to those chicks again after that day, because that was really shady, but it stuck with me,
And that's good, because even when I was out of college, years after college, I'm in New York working like, Katie, this is the image I want. Can you do these earrings? Get the earrings, wear the earrings. I had friends that asked me, can you do the earrings? Here's her email, da-da-da-da-da. Go ahead and do it. When I went to Rock the Bells in 2012 in New York and Brooklyn for the first time, Erykah Badu was playing, and they had like a pathway where they could come like in the crowd. I wore your heart earrings, and she touched them. She's like, oh, while she was performing, I said,
Oh man, them earrings gold now.
That's what I know. I already know. Creative people gravitate to good creativity.
Word, yeah.
I know you like these. I know. So I was just like, you know what? I can. Your work is timeless. I can wear my earrings from college forever, and people will be like, "Who did your earrings?"
Listen, I appreciate you, Shan. Like you've been like an A1 day one supporter for years, and I appreciate you so much. Like always held down the brand, no matter what it is. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. There's no price tag to me that anybody can put on. Oh, this is just this. This is too much. When somebody really loves something, when somebody really built it from the ground up, and when somebody's consistent to me, I'm just like, okay, I want this and this and this. You know, when I was interning for Chilio, and today he still does t-shirts seldomly, and I see him on his Instagram, I'm just like, okay, I want 3 of those. I want one for me, one for Ari, one for Anya. He's like, you know they da-da-da-da piece. I said, I don't care, it's you. I want 3 of those. You know what I'm saying?
That sounds like him too.
Listen, you have to support the people you vibe with. It's not on no free stuff. You have to support the people you vibe with, because it takes a lot of guts to go against the grain and be like, I love this. This is what I want to do. And hey, I'm selling this. Would you like? Yes, I would like multiple.
Man, that's what's up. Man, yeah. Shout out to Chilio. Like, shout out to Chilio, because I remember Chilio when he was selling stuff out of his trunk. That's how far we go back. So shout out to that man out here still inspiring us all.
That man he's always for like, what's the new? Interning for him was very like, open your eyes. Let's look back at music and see how it relates to streetwear. Let's look at, color swatches. And it was very like, okay, you teach me, and now I'm gonna go ahead and, see what, designs we could come up with t-shirts. And it was that, and our relationship is still the same. Like, I'll meet you here with your truck with stickers all over it and get these t-shirts. Like, it's still. And people like that are rare, and you just make sure you remain consistent, just like they remain consistent with their product.
Right.
I always support it. Talk to us about what Protect Your Energy is, or the product, and what you're pushing with the product.
Okay, so Protect Your Energy brand mission is pretty much just looking to inspire, heal, and empower all beings, and just looking to spread awareness on our most powerful force within, and that's our energy. It's a life force, and it's something that can shape your life, and that's the agenda. And if I can help somebody that's having a shitty day, or someone that just thinks life is over that particular day, and they see that shirt or whatever that item is that has that message on them, and it makes them self-check themselves, that's the mission.
I love it. And you know what's so funny now? Now you see a bunch of brands trying to do tie-dye hoodies.
Facts.
Trying to do tie-dye t-shirts.
Facts.
Trying to do a lot of things that's vibe-esque. And this is why when you do something brilliant, you can't bask in it. You can't hug it too long. You got to come with the next thing, because there's millions of people on top of your neck because they don't have a creative mindset to think on their own, so they grab yours.
Right.
So
right.
Your yesterday stuff got to be better than, yesterday's stuff. Today, we got to do better than that. We got to do better than that. And that is the climb. Hello?
Yep. That part. But, I'm glad you brought that up, because I have been seeing a flare up of tie-dye stuff. And, I've seen some dope stuff as well. And, at the end of the day, I'm always coming up and creating new things anyway. So it's all good. You know, like I said, some of the stuff that I seen was actually dope. But tie-dye is a reflection of protect your energy, you know, just colors, chakra colors, colors that align with the brand, just period, you know. So that's why I chose tie-dye, because it's more than just it being tie-dye. It actually has meaning to it as well. So
I just did a table this past week with the girls outside. We love spray painting stuff like pots and plant pots and different stuff. And I have a table in my living room, IKEA table, that I love allowing them to pick the paint color. So we went to Home Depot and we went through like all the spray paints and what color. And Anya decided that she wanted fluorescent green. I said, okay. But we painted it black chalk, so I don't even know how it's going to take on the table. So it wasn't taken because there was just too much darkness in the back. So I'm like, okay, we got to go get a different color. So we got two colors. We got yellow and we got this pinkish reddish color. And we just tie-dyed, sprayed the table. And it came out pretty good. So it's in the living room now, dried, and it just makes like, oh, we home. It makes in the house feel like, let's do something. Let's create something. It's not so blah. It's not like, oh yeah, that's the table. Yeah. Look at the colors on this table. We could put stickers right here. We could put this right here. So it's all about making people feel like this is making me want to do something better than what I've been doing. And that's what colors is to me. So it only makes sense.
Yep. And then with that being said, it's like I also do Reiki on all of those tie-dye pieces. Mm-hmm. So just making sure it's filled with just the best energy possible. So when you wear it, you instantly connect with that piece.
Ooh, I didn't know that. I got some sage from Katie the other day. I have it in here. Anya was like, what is that? I said, girl, talk about something good while I do this in the house. What do you want? Talk about all the good things you want. She's like, okay. She's like, let me think. And I'm just, so, I'm learning, they're learning. Yes. They're understanding like your home is where you're supposed to have peace. And that's what I really want. And, I'm not letting them understand that, you don't go to sleep with your house dirty. Before I go to sleep, I don't care what time it is, my dishes is clean. The floors are clean. I mop. They help me sweep. They clean the table. It is all about, if you don't treat your home good, if you don't treat the people that are closest to you good, you're not going to do any good outside of your house. And that's like mainly what I try to bring in here. So I'm all for people sharing good vibes and doing good things. So it only makes sense.
Word.
My next question for you is, what are 5 things or people you couldn't do without?
Oh, man. Okay. So the top of the list, of course, is going to be Delaney, my little French bulldog, right? It's going to be my current situation with my girl, because just the support and just being here through all my shit, my grandmother, who was my rock, my everything, my mom, was that 4?
Yep.
And I'm gonna say my mentor just changed my life so much. So shout out to Prana.
Listen, when I tell you, you got a team. You got a team for the dream. Okay. I like that. Well, so when you feel like an ounce or a teaspoon or a gallon of doubt, what helps you get out of that?
A teaspoon of doubt. It's a lot of self-checking. I cuss myself out a lot, so I'd be like, get your ish together, like shut the hell up with those thoughts that you have, or I also practice grounding myself. And it's a simple technique. You really just, sit in a chair or sit Indian style, and you imagine a red X over your root chakra in your back by your spine, and you close your eyes and you act like you are attacking or imagining that you have a cord or tube or whatever you want to attach to your back, and you're going to connect that cord right into the center of the earth, right? The middle of the earth. And whatever it is that's on you, you could have went to the grocery store, came across the wrong energy, or just having some negative thoughts, or just in a funk. And all you do is just tell yourself, I want to remove all this unwanted energy from my body, my mind, my spirit, my soul, right now to the center of the earth. Take a few inhale, exhales, and actually feel it leaving your body. And once you honestly believe and feel that, you're going to pop right back into place. So I do that a lot. And I do that to other people that are around me. If I feel like they got some funny shit going on, I'm going to go ahead and ground you, But, I can go into more detail about that in another, episode, just sharing different tools to ground yourself and just how to channel your own energy. Because I can go on and on about that.
I wonder if that's where you're grounded comes from.
Huh?
I wonder if that's where the term you're grounded or grounding you comes from.
Hey, you on to something there.
Hey! All you did is send your kids to their room, so tomorrow they're going to be back at it. You have to teach. If you're not teaching, they're not learning anything.
Right.
Okay, teaching me something new. All right. So I'm not even gonna ask you this question because you do. You meditate.
Yes.
How often do you meditate?
Every day. Sometimes I may slip up, but for the most part, every single day. It's something that I know that I have to do every day just to be able to function.
Yeah, I be wanting to try it. I need to just go ahead and do it and stop trying to try it. Do that thing and stop trying to try it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like meditation changed my life, like on so many levels. I used to be a hothead, and some people don't even believe that or know that, but
I know you have been. All creatives have don't let me twitch. I have it. But it's when you balance your peace and when you balance the things that you love to do that mellows you out.
Yeah. Exactly.
If I can't create it, it can spike. Like, you better not say nothing to me because I'm on 10 today. That's what it spikes. What was I gonna ask you? How important is it for you to stay motivated, being that you're depending on you?
It's easy to stay motivated because I know that I don't have any guaranteed financial support, meaning paycheck every 2 weeks or every week, right? Mm-hmm. That's out the door. So bills don't leave, they stay, they still want to be paid regardless. So, that alone just kind of makes you have to come up with a plan, and even though AT&T had, put a lot of weight on me, it also shaped me into being able to run my own business with the tools that I learned from them, right? So just having that mindset and knowing the things that I know helps too. But it's also, no one in my family besides my grandmother has took a leap of faith like this, and I want to break my generational curse of the traditional BS and show them that we are creative. We can get paid on our own, and to activate your gifts and see it through. I have a lot of nieces and nephews that look up to me and that alone pushes me.
Good. I saw a video and I posted it on She Gets It Today, and it was a video of this. I think he was in his 60s, and he was driving a speaker, and he was like, "I'm 60s, whatever, and I've never worked a day in my life. I never wanted to work." And so the guy started picking his brain. He was like, "So why didn't you never work?" He's like, "I never wanted anybody to feel like they had the place to fire me." So he was like, it was all about getting money for me. I gotta figure out how to make money. It wasn't about getting a job. I said, "Listen, are you teaching a class? Like, there's so many people that need to understand that the goal is not to work a job. The goal is to figure out a way to help, the life you want to live, pay for the life you live in. And that's the goal. It's not about getting a job and to work and to clock in and to have somebody delegate, where you can go and what you can do." And I was like, oh, I said, I have to share this because I don't know who's going to see this. I don't know when they're going to see this. So that alone, I'm just like, okay, this is good. I got to post it.
Yeah. It takes I would say it takes a certain kind of person, to change something that they used to, and that's just comfort. You're used to being comfortable. You're used to things just being structured and on time every week or every 2 weeks,
It makes you lazy.
Huh?
It makes you lazy.
Yeah. And what it does is it smothers and covers your gifts. They never get to see any light, hitting by somebody else's dream and you're making them richer.
Hello.
So
even with you going towards what you're destined to do and destined to be, do you eat completely differently with that now?
Say that one more time.
You eat completely differently. So being like you're on like being better and having good energy, does that shift your eating habits or what you allow to come into your body that way also?
I will say this. I'm a very picky eater, just period. Point blank. Like I don't eat beef or pork. It's probably been like 15 years. Chicken's probably been like maybe 5 years.
Wow.
So I only eat some turkey products and some fish. So I do eat a lot of vegetables and things like that. I'm like vegan-ish, you can say.
Vegan-ish, I like it.
But I will say that what you do put in your body does, have a lot on your energy. And I know that my mentor, Prana, which has been vegan forever, like lives and dies by sea moss and spirulina. Google those, sea moss and spirulina, which I've been taking them since he introduced them to me. He is able to see things, feel things, and get more answers because he's clean. He doesn't have anything clogging him, with being a vegan. So that means things are able to flow through him easier because, like I said, he's wide open. He don't have, no blockage when it comes to inside of his body.
I like that. I just did an episode on sea moss the other day, but I didn't do one on spirulina. But I do take that, and I have like chlorophyll powder that I put in my smoothies. And the information is here. It's just people don't read.
Right. That's what's up. And shout out to Tierra Goes Green. If you guys are looking for supplements, I've been taking hers for years. She sells anything from apple cider vinegar to turmeric, all natural and Black owned. So TierraGoesGreen.com.
Nice. Is that the person you had on your spotlight for Protect Your Energy the other day?
I think so. Yes, I think I did do a spotlight on her.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. I'm familiar. So, a couple weeks ago, someone very brilliant, someone very, I always say before her time, took a liking to your Protect Your Energy hoodie. How did that feel?
Man, listen, I cried.
Where were you when you saw her? Or did somebody tag you in it? Like, how did you find out?
So listen, this is a crazy story. Shout out to Keon the plug. She bought some earrings from me maybe 8 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, and she requested Lil Wayne on the earrings. And her and Missy are really good friends. She's like her assistant, right? So I just happened to send out a random email blast to some random contacts. Yeah. And I got a phone call from her, and she was just like, it was really late at night. And I really didn't know who she was because it was from a number that I didn't have, saved in my phone. Yeah. So she's like, I'm trying to pull up on you. I'm trying to get some T-shirts. And I was like, come by in the morning, So long story short, she was really still trying to get some T-shirts from me. So she pulled up at my crib and she passed Missy on FaceTime. So I'm trying not to freak out. Right? So I'm showing her all the different hoodies and tie-dye stuff. She really loves loud colors or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she was just like, okay, get me one of everything that she got, and let me know what it costs. And, that's just a long story short. And that happened.
Ooh, I love it.
So I just want to tell you guys how important it is to, keep that email list, touch bases with old contacts. I mean, you never know, who's still following you, who's still paying attention, and great things can come from that.
Yes, and be consistent and do good business. Don't just be in business.
Hey.
Some people get it, some people don't, but when you get it, you're going to get it.
Facts.
That's basically what happened. You never burn your bridges.
Right.
We already talked about you taking the jump and you dipping out on other people's dreams. Where do you see yourself in 3 years, physically, spiritually, and financially?
Let's see. Physically, I plan on being 20 to 30 pounds lighter. Okay.
Okay.
Just really focusing on my health and working out are very important. They're also very important to your energy. Working out releases toxins and you feel so much better when you do work out. Like your energy levels go up and you're just in the mood. You're motivated to do whatever. So I want to be fit physically. And I want to invest more in my health, removing things that I don't need, that I still put in my body that I know that are not good for me, but we ain't gonna get into that. And then spiritually, I want to keep growing. I'm still learning. I'm still a student. I'm learning things every single day. I need to get my meditation levels up to at least 20 to 30 minutes, of just stillness and retaining more and being able to share and teach others on a spiritual level. So just continue to grow. And then financially, I'm just looking to be wealthy within first, and allowing that to pay for whatever, just spreading this message and doing the work that I know that I'm supposed to be doing, and whatever comes from that financially comes.
I like. Tell us about Craft Trap and why the name and what's the goal?
So Craft Trap, I came up with Craft Trap because it's just catchy. This young generation likes anything with trap on it. I know a lot of crafters, I went to school for fashion, and so I know a lot of makers, and after spending, I want to say after I left my job, I started doing events. So that means I was doing an event every single month. And just the way that I was treated at certain events, not the right amount of space or crazy vendor fees or just people just not having any order. And after going through that for a long period of time, I was just like, you know what? I'm done with this. I'm just about to create my own event, and I'm going to treat people like they're supposed to be treated. Entrepreneurs are spending money with you, so you must offer them a excellent experience and make sure that they're making money in the process. So that's where it came from. I'm very passionate about entrepreneurship, and I want to be able to help other people because I didn't have a manual. I didn't have anybody teaching me how to do this. I learned a lot of this stuff on my own. So just the things that I know, I just want to be able to share and also give people platforms to believe in themselves and their craft.
Love it. I enjoyed doing one of the shows with you. It felt good being in a space of seeing people able to be creative, able to share their work, and just willing to express it. Because after college, I was like, I'm going to New York. Like right after graduation, I had my plane ticket. I was shipping stuff to New York. And being in New York, you can walk to the West Side and go through hundreds of galleries. And that's what I did every week, every Thursday. Go to the West Side, go to shows, go to galleries, see artwork. And to get somewhere where people like to pick and choose what they want to show you, and then you created Craft Shop. I'm just like, okay. Now we get to see people who spent months creating work and nobody's picking and choosing through their work and what they want to show Atlanta. You basically put the real minds of Atlanta into an event. And I'm just like, I'm here. I'm through there. And it was the first art experience I put myself in and my work in. And
Wow.
I'm just like, oh, this is a go. Because it's just like, it's one thing to share your work online and to have people that know you see your work, but I've never put it in a show and did it and had like a deadline. Everything was always like on me. So I appreciate that. I'm very happy that that's something you started. I hope you still continue it. I hope it grows. I hope it's like something you can travel and do in other cities that really don't get the light that it deserves. But it's really good.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. When do you feel like your ultimate woman?
That's a good question. Let's see here. Ultimate woman. I'll say because I beat the odds and I'm still beating the odds against me. I'm stepping into my power full force and I'm paying it forward, shifting and uplifting people in whichever way that I can. So that's what I would say the ultimate woman is.
I love it. I love it. And I see that you found Be Smart by Black. We buy down not the women. All right. So can you shout out 3 women on their grind, going against the grain, either their website or their IG that really push you?
Yes, absolutely. I want to give a shout out to Bird over at Live Love Juice. She's a fighter and she's out here healing the world with her products. Sea Moss being one of her top sellers. I've been using her products for years. Check her out on Instagram at live.love.juice_ and her website is livelovejuice.com. Once again, that's a Black-owned business. The next person I want to highlight is Terrian. She is the owner and founder, of Urban and Eating, and that's an herbal syrup company. We don't use Dove. We only use their products. And once again, you can find them at urbanandeating.com. The next person I want to highlight is Optimistic Outlook. She's a Nashville native. Her boutique is called Level Up Goddess. And her energy and her ambition is just very inspiring. And please check her out. Once again, that's optimisticoutlook.com. I probably pronounced that all wrong, but I'm country, and that's okay. So.
I love that. I'm gonna check out. I know of one of that you mentioned. I'm gonna check out the other two. But good. And
I got one more. I want to shout out, if that's okay, because I know a lot of dope women, and I could really, really do about 10 to 12 of them. But another person I want to shout out is Andrea. She owns the Beverly Salon out in Hatfield, Georgia. And she's just a creative. She's a natural hairstylist. She's an activist for kids, and she's a fashion blogger as well. And then the other person I want to highlight is Tierra Goes Green, which I talked about her earlier. And she's just committed to just overall health, period. And she's just somebody that you want to follow to gain knowledge, just, when it comes to your menstrual cycles, to how to store your food and how to drink your water. Just, the girl is just, I don't even know what to say, but she's just dope, and you guys should follow her. But that's tierragoesgreen.com.
Okay, you give me something to research. You don't like to research. Be Smart by Black, WeBuyBlack.com, because you got product on there.
Yep.
Listen, it's all about, pushing it where it can be pushed. I love it. I don't know, I'm excited for you. Every time I see you on something new, I'm excited. We doing this now. This is the we thing. We doing this. I like it. And you push me, and everybody from the school that I still talk to, that's still pushing themselves, push me. And thank you for doing what you do. Because you don't understand, what I want to do and what I'm doing, it makes me feel good, but you make other people feel good that you don't even know that you make them feel good. So please continue to do that, and please tell the people how to find your product, how to find your social media, and how to possibly become a vendor to your future shows.
Okay. So we're gonna go back to WeBuyBlack.com. You can search WeBuyBlack.com. Protect Your Energy, and just so you're clear, Protect Your Energy is spelled PROTECTYO and then energy, not Protect Your Energy. Protect Yo. Search that on We Buy Black. You can also go to the home site, which is protectyoenergy.com. And it's Protect Your Energy on all social media platforms.
Perfect. And Craft Trap, how do they possibly become a vendor on that?
Oh, Craft Trap. So follow Craft Trap at Craft Trap, and you will be able to see different events that are coming. We're kind of on hold right now just with everything that's going on in the world. But hopefully, yeah. So we'll probably be picking back up with the shows probably Mayish. So make sure you follow at Craft Trap to keep up with those dates.
Yes, and subscribe to her newsletter, because she's always bringing to other businesses, great artists, and people just out here in Atlanta doing great things. And that merch is consistent. That merch is newness for your week. So please continue to push it. And thank you for doing this episode of Cozy Womb. I hope you push some inspiring artists and creators out here with this episode, but it was really good.
Hey, thank you for having me. And I do want everybody to go and subscribe to the newsletter. You get a lot of VIP exclusive things before everybody else when you join that newsletter. And go ahead and subscribe to the Protect Your Energy podcast. Thank you, Ken, because I did go ahead and record my very first episode. So thank you. Yeah, thank y'all, man. Protect your energy all day, every day.
Thank you, Katie.
You're welcome. Thank you. Blessings.
See, that was the best.